No.
I think before the 16, 17, that was the last
Yeah.
over. So not really.
About the last over.
50 or 40. They just didn't fire. I mean, they got a good start, but then since then.
Welcome. This is Matchday Run Order, powered by Techno Mobile and ESPN Cricinfo. With me, Jason Dacey, in the studio here with Deep Dasgupta and Sean Tate, as well as we saw a 22-run last over, powering Kings 11 Punjab to a decent total, Deep.
Yeah, it's decent total, but the way they started, it looked like 190. And I thought in end of it all, they were around 10-15 run short.
Yeah, but the way that they lost their way in the middle of the innings, especially with Yuvi, a disappointing 14 from 14 before he was run out.
I suppose they tried a few different things. I'm not sure they were great decisions, but they tried it, and you know they've had a big gap between their last game and now to have to think about what they're going to do. And I suppose they had their meetings and chatted over it and thought, you know, we'll do this and left-hand, right-hand combinations, which got a bit too funky, I feel.
Yeah,
so I mean, the two guys at the top have been great all tournament, but they're missing a bit of a trick in that middle order there, I think.
Yeah, but you know, again, this format, because it's still evolving and you have so much of stats and everything thrown at you, numbers, there is a danger of kind of overcomplicating things at times. And as Sean mentioned, I think they kind of overcomplicated the batting order. I mean, left, right, and all that. Just stick with your normal batting order.
Yeah, we're getting some questions on the Facebook page saying, is it enough to defend 175?
I mean, I would say no right now. I think, you know, what Deep was saying just before, I think maybe 15, 20 runs short maybe, but I don't know. I think, yeah, at the start they were probably looking for a few more than that.
Yeah, and Chris Gale gave us a great 50, classic Chris Gale, but I guess he would have liked to have gone on with it, but it was a great platform.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with both KL Rahul and Chris Gale. If you look at their partnerships, they've been really good in the first 6, and then none of them have actually gone on to play a bigger knock. I mean, KL as well, even today he was set, he was looking for a big one, so was Gale. And then suddenly, you know, you have those wickets falling, and then you have that lull period in the middle overs.
Yeah, it's saying here, question is, did the two mistakes, Yuvraj and Axar, cost around 20 runs for Kings 11 Punjab?
It did, it certainly did, but then I think that last over almost got them back up to a good score. Say 15 to 20 short, that might be a bit harsh because that last over was really good.
Yeah.
I think Stoinis paid off that selection.
Would you like to see Stoinis further up the order?
Yeah, I would actually like to. I mean, I would like to see him play the middle overs. I mean, roughly around that number 4, number 5. Yeah.
And what is it about, you know, Mumbai conceding a lot in the final over? One of the questions here about, you know, just losing their way in the death sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, their bowling performance overall tonight was pretty good. It's just that last over which is so important. We were saying just now that I think Bumrah, if you're bowling first, he's got to bowl the 20th. And then obviously defending, you look at him as a 19th, been an important over. He's your best death bowler. They got McClenaghan's overs out earlier and it worked. He had good figures tonight, but yeah, I just think that last over, I'm not sure if Pandya is their go-to best death bowler. I think Bumrah is definitely that guy.
I mean, 1 for 19 from 4 from Jasprit Bumrah. That's impressive in those conditions with the small ground and everything.
Oh, it was very impressive. And before the game, we actually spoke about that spark. You need, with the bat, you need Rohit to fire. With the ball, you need Bumrah to fire. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, Bumrah firing with the ball. Again, if you leave aside the last 22 runs of the last over, they were very much in that 160-65 range, which I think even 170 odd is still a very good shot. Yeah.
What other positives would Mumbai take away from this bowling performance?
Yeah, I mean, I just think over, you know, throughout the whole, I mean, it's a really small ground as well to bowl at, so it can be quite intimidating, especially with guys like Gale and Rahul playing. But Yeah, I think throughout the team, the bowling performance in general was pretty good. Cutting, bowled a few overs, and he actually bowled all right.
Yeah.
I think they used the wicket well. Bumrah used the angles well with the wicket. Even Pandya to Gale came over the wicket instead of around, which was what they did earlier. He bowled wide of the crease and tried to get that angle across to minimise the damage against Gale. So they did pretty well. If it wasn't for that last over, I suppose. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a black mark, wasn't
at
it?
the same time, we've been critical throughout this tournament of death bowling, which has been fair enough. But sometimes batsmen of the death, that's what's going to happen. Sometimes you're just going to get carted, in your last over.
Well, another word about Yuvraj Singh, because there were high hopes batting there at number 3 and coming in, and I think Sean was saying off camera that he thought he was just getting settled before he got run out.
Yeah, true. But again, after that start, do you want someone like Yuvraj to settle down, take his time, or you get someone like Karun Nair at number 3 or Mayank Agarwal at number 3 who keep that momentum going? Because batting first on a pitch that you're playing for the first time, you really don't know what the pass score is. So you go at 180, 190. That's what you're looking at. So I think. I guess that they missed a trick there.
Yeah, what was the thinking there with, do you think that Brad Hodge and Virendra Sehwag may have had?
Well, I think maybe just Yuvraj, I suppose, given some time to get in, bat up the order, have some time to get yourself in. But at the same time, it can be costly as well. So, and then obviously left hand, right hand, all that sort of stuff comes into it as well. But I like what Deep's saying about you get too caught up in the numbers. So you look at these stats, left hand, right hand, and where you should bowl at death. All these sort of stats in 2020 cricket. I feel then you're not moving forward with the game. You're always looking back at what happened, and that, rather than moving forward and changing a few things or going back to basics and changing the course of the T20 game.
And then when the Mumbai Indians bat, they're going to look for their import players to really perform, because they haven't been doing that in some recent games.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like Bumrah did with the ball, I would expect Rohit to do it with the bat. I mean, he's the main guy. I mean, for me, I think Rohit is the main guy. Obviously, they will.
Should he open, you think?
Maybe not. I think because the opening pair has done well. Even Lewis and Surya, they've been a good opening pair. So maybe at 3, but not lower than 3.
All right, we've got a question here. Should Punjab open the bowling with Muji?
That's not a bad call, actually. To be honest, yeah. So,
and he does that.
Yeah.
He does that for
Yeah.
all the teams that he plays for, including Afghanistan. So he's very, very good at it as well.
they got a decent bowling attack as well. Yeah, so it's going to be
Yeah.
it's going to be good to watch this second innings. So they have got a good bowling attack.
I mean, you could see the reaction as they walked off the field there in Indore, that they were fairly satisfied with the score, and you get the feeling that they're going to be confident of defending that total.
Yeah, because see, we were looking at 180. That's what I said, 180. So 174, 75 with that kind of bowling attack, it's a pass score. They need to bowl well. And to win this game, they really need to bowl well, which they've done. To be fair to them, they've done well so far with the bowling. So they would back themselves, surely, yes.
And JP Dumini, he bowled a little bit. Now he's going to have to do something with the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. He might. Well, hopefully he's not required, but I mean, it depends where they put him in the order as well. But I've got a feeling that the reason I say he might not be required is just because I've got a feeling Rohit's going to be one of those innings where he bats through, smashes them at the end, and gets them back gets them to a win.
Yeah. And what kind of target do you think they need to be after the power play?
They should be around. They'll be happy if they're around 40, 45 without loss of a wicket. I think they should be comfortable there, because you have big hitters like Rohit and all. I mean, see, my thing with Rohit is in 50 over cricket, he's got 135, 38 balls. So he has that in him.
So he needs to be there.
As long as he's there, no target is big enough.
And when we look at the tactics that Kings 11 Punjab may have when it comes to rotating their bowlers and putting the brakes on the scoring, what would you say?
Well, again, I don't think you can get too funky with it all. Again, I mean, what's worked from this tournament, stick to your basics. They've got some good bowlers in that line. They've got Stoinis now as well to help them out.
Yep.
Which is, I still think it's a great selection. And yeah, I mean, I suppose you got to, the one guy you got to worry about is Rohit through that middle order. But as well, I mean, Hardik's certainly due to come in at the end during the death time, and so whichever combination works against a guy like that, got to work that out as well.
Well, that's a must-win game for Mumbai. They're chasing 175. Final predictions from these two.
Oh my God. I don't know. I just think Mumbai Indians might just get this, but I'm like kind of on the fence though.
You can't be on the fence.
Oh God. Okay, for the sake of making this tournament more interesting, I go with Mumbai Indians.
To win in the last over?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
I'm going to go with the same.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to back. I don't think I'm backed against Mumbai yet, but it's
You
not
haven't
really
always
working.
been right there, have you?
But I'm going to go with Mumbai as well.
All right. Thanks to Tatey. Thanks very much to Deep. So 175 to win for the Mumbai Indians against Kings 11 Punjab.